Resell Queen. Get your resell on.
Hey guys, it is Tiffy, the Resell Queen, here with you again today. So as you saw, what I am going to do today is analyze a bulk manifest. First of all, let me apologize for my voice. I have a slight cold, but I wanted to get this video out to you guys because bulk is going to do some changes with their shipping. So I kind of wanted to see the difference in their calculated shipping and their flat rate shipping for me. So I am going to be analyzing one of their pallets and giving you guys how I would feel about it if I was going to actually buy it. All right, so let's get into the video. So I am going to go to the Bulq website, and on their website you're going to see the palette that I just chose. So what I did, just so that you are aware, I chose a palette that was shipping from Hebron, Kentucky. The reason why I chose that is because, as you can see there, I'm circling it, is because doing my own calculations, that was the closest to me. Now, I'm not saying you have to do that, but that's just what I did. So just wanted to show you guys where I did it from. I did it from Hebron, Kentucky. From my area, that would be probably the cheapest. Sometimes it's not, but just looking at it mileage-wise and the path that it would probably take, this is the warehouse that they have that's the closest to me. So I picked one there, and I picked a random pallet. So because it's going to be $200 shipping before they go to their new terms of shipping. So I just wanted to show you guys this. So the palette that I chose says men's apparel, women's apparel, luggage and travel, Brave Men, best rides on cars, hot edition. Original retail, $7,078. Okay. So when it comes to anything that you ever read and you happen to see them say things like, this is the original retail, keep things in mind that is like the manufacturer's original manufacturer suggested retail price. That is not going to always be what they sell for. So there's two ways, in my opinion, to evaluate a pallet. So I know that these items are brand new, which means they should be in ready sold condition where I shouldn't have to do much but list them and ship them. So with that being said, looking at the amount of this, the amount is going to be $596 plus $200 in shipping. So I'm going to hurry up here and pull up my calculator as soon as I find it. Don't know why I didn't pull it up, but anyway. All right, so doing the calculator here really quick. We have $596 plus $200. Okay, so I have that on here. That total, let me do that real quick. All right, so $596 plus $200 is $796. I kind of already knew that, but anyway. There are 54 items in this pallet. So since that is the case, we're going to divide that by 54. So that's $14.74. Now, the reason why I just checked that is because I noticed here that they do the math for you. But I did not know if they did the math for you, including the shipping. That's very good, because that is one of those things you do have to take into consideration. So if I looked at this I could say, looking at this particular pallet, if I sold everything for $20, I make my money back. If I sold everything for $30, I make my money back. However, things you have to look out for when you're evaluating a pallet is this original retail. Understand you're not going to make $7,000 off of this one pallet. And I'm just putting it out there. Now, you could make $3,000 off this one pallet. That could be very easy to do, but understanding you're not going to make $7,000 off of this one pallet. So then people, I think, see those things and think those things. If you come into it knowing that, if you make more than what you put out, then you're doing very well. So real quick, we have here the details of what's in the pallet. So before I recorded, I already downloaded their sheet. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys the sheet that gets downloaded. So when you first get it, it's going to look like this, and it's going to have a whole bunch of stuff that you're like, I don't understand. So you get a pallet ID, a pallet title, some LP. I have no idea what that means. It's probably something internal. I have no idea. You get the category, a brand, the product name, UPC, very important, and an ASIN. For those who don't know what that is basically the identification number that's given to this particular product on Amazon. Okay. Then you're going to have the original retail. Okay. Original retail, that is what's very, very important. That is not going to be the price that you may be able to sell it for. You could, but understand that may not be the original price. So what I like to do is I go down to the bottom of the screen where I click on the other tab that says Manifest by SKU. So I go in to look at it by SKU. Then I sort it and I filter it by original retail. And the reason why I do that is because it's going to give me what should be the most expensive item first. So I don't like to, when I go through a manifest, to go through everything on a manifest. Honestly, if you go through every item on a manifest, I wish someone could make some software to do this. They probably do. It just might be too expensive. But for the way that I do it, I like to see what is going to be the high dollar value items in this palette. So I've started some work already, and I've already created 2 columns over here. So this column right here, I'm going to type it in, is the current selling price. And the reason why I have that is because I've done research on what the current selling price is. And I'm going to show you how I did that. So this is going to be total. All right, so the way that I have this set up, for those of you who are so much into Excel spreadsheets, so you know what I did. Every time I figure out what the current selling price is, I put the price here. Here I have an equation that takes this cell and then times it by this cell. So I take the current selling price and I times it by the quantity. This way, if I find something where I happen to have like 2 of, like here, then I know that I can sell each of them for $60, and it adds it up nice and easy for me. And then at the end of the row, I have it doing a complete total. So I stopped where I was, because if I was contemplating buying clothing or any nice men's clothing, because there does seem to be some really nice things and some really nice coats and things like that, I would buy this. And the reason why is because I am, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 SKUs in, and I'm already close to making back the amount of the pallet. I just need another $200 to make back the amount for the shipping. That actually isn't bad. So let me show you how I got to the point where I would make the decision like, okay, I would probably buy this. So after I've done the sorting and I have it sorted by the original retail, I go and I check the comps. So you say, what's checking the comps? Checking the comps is going into eBay. I go into eBay because whenever you are, whenever you are going to resell, you kind of need to know your resale chain, or your resale method rather. Where are you going to sell it? These items are all liquidations. And I know there are people that have no problems with selling liquidation items on Amazon. That's great. That's great for you. However, Tiffany really likes her Amazon selling account, so I don't do things that will make it so that I can't sell on Amazon anymore, because I have to make sure that I have a wholesale purchase sheet, or it's my own private label, or at the least a receipt from a store. They're not going to take this manifest from Bulq. They're not going to take that. If anyone has gone through the process and they're like, yeah, they will, that's great for you, but I know how things work for me, and that's not how it's going to work for me. So I don't do things that make it suspect for me to keep my account. So next thing I do is I go to eBay. Okay. I know that this is going to be my first stop. May not be my only stop, but this is going to be my first stop of where I start looking. So I have copy and pasted the description of the item in eBay. Sometimes if there is a UPC, I will use it, but eBay is still not there with UPC search all the time. So I just do best with just doing the description. You have the name, brand, type of item, and the size. So I'm just going to do a quick search. Okay, so I don't see anything really close to the item that I have that has sold recently. So that's one thing you want to do. When you're looking up comps, you want to see what has sold. Comps of what's sold is going to tell you how much people are buying it for. So I've taken off the filter of what's sold and looking at what is selling. So right now we have an item here. It shows that it's being sold for $39.89. It has a couple people watching it. We have an item that's similar to the item, another item that's similar to the item, close to $30. So being that I cannot find anything that was sold recently, I am going to have to wing it with what the pricing should be. So if I am going to list this and put this on this particular platform, it would make sense for me to list it close to what someone else has it. So they have it at $39.89. I want to sell my stuff quick. I can put it for $39. So that's how I got to my pricing. So right now I'm at $5.60. So I'll do it one more time with another item so that you guys can see it again. And I'm going to go down a little bit lower, and I'm going to look at item that, let's see here. It's funny because by the way, when I do these, I do like these manifest analyzations. I don't really pick out what I'm going to do. I kind of just pick one, say yeah, and turn on the recorder. So this is me, once again, very raw. So I want to see something that I have two of. So make that simple. So the item that it has two of on here is some Galaxy by Harvick's Women's Loose Fit Fleece. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that. And I want to go right again to my eBay. And let's see if it's on eBay. I have no idea. Okay, so Galaxy by Harvick's, all right, loose fit. All right, so there's not like an exact match for what this is, but I can get a good sense of knowing that these items sell for close to $18. Now, these say slim fit, these says loose fit. So slim fit, I guess, I'm assuming is going to be a little bit tighter. I am not a aficionado when it comes to women's clothing or men's clothing, actually. I kind of stay away from women's clothing. I love us, but we picky. I'll sell men's stuff all day long. So looking here, I think I see something that could be close to it. Galaxy loose fit joggers. Now this says it was brand new, but this looks like something out of somebody's house that they were trying to sell. Yeah, starting at $4. So let's see if we have anything that's sold and if they're going to put anything close to it. All right, so although we don't have anything that's really sold but within this like same brand name, which tells me too, one thing I want to add, that these items that are coming from Bulq are just now hitting the market in the reseller land. That's good. That's really good, because that means you're the first to get it. So that's not a bad thing that I can't completely find things to match this. I'm not mad at that. Just want to let you guys know. That tells me that whatever this liquidation was, it might just be starting and Bulq got it first, or Bulq is one of the first to get it. So that means that the listings aren't flooded for this, which is a good thing. So that means when I get it and I list it, no one else is going to have it. So I'm not mad at that, not at all. So I want you guys to know that. Just want to make sure I point that out to you. So being that I am not able to really find good comps on it, and I want to make sure that I am realistic, I'm going to give it like $25, okay? So since there's two, we'll be making $50 off of it. Oops, I put it in the wrong place. Yeah, $25. And take that out and fix it, so it'll change it. You can tell I really am raw when I do this and typed it in the wrong place. There we go. So there, $50. So ultimately, the high dollar stuff, I could sell as high as probably $85 and as low as $25. If things that were once retailing at $99.99, I'm selling them at $30, $40, that's really not bad. It's not bad at all. So I would actually buy this pallet if I was looking for these type of items. I presently am not. I have more than enough clothes going on right now with my eBay stores. So this was just me giving you guys a really quick lesson on how I analyze manifest. So the first way, just to review, was you can quickly add up your shipping and the amount of the pallet and divide by how many items are in there. This particular one was about $14 and I think 74 cents. So knowing what some of the suggested manufacturer suggested pricing, you know you're going to get at least $20 for these items. So you'll make your money back and you'll make a little bit of profit. So you can make a quick judgment if you needed to and didn't have the time to do what I did, to say, yeah, I'll go ahead and buy it. But if you wanted to get into a little bit more detail and really, really look at what you're buying so that you have a good concept of how am I going to sell this, who am I going to market this to, which way am I going to go with these items, you can do what I did and download the manifest and just go through like I try with the top or the highest retail price, because to me that should probably give me the highest bang for my buck. Now that does not always mean is not always the case. However, in this particular case, it was. So that was just a really quick review for you guys. I am going to be doing another bulk manifest review after they change up some of the parameters on their shipping, because I want to see how this works for me so that you understand as a guide for yourself. All right, so if you liked my video today, please go ahead and hit like. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel, Resell Queen. Hi to all my new subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you want to follow me on this journey and get my little newsletters, feel free to click on the link down below where you can follow me at Resell Queen. I do not email you every day. I don't have time for that. You probably get about 1 to 2 newsletters a month, and that's about it. I think that's really it. If you have any questions, put them down below. I appreciate all the emails that you guys send me. Some people like to tweet me. Some people like to DM me. Either way you like to speak, go ahead and do that. You can follow me on all of my social media handles. They're down below. I really want to thank you for watching. Have a good one.